What's up, you guys? Happy New Year. I know it's been a while since I've made a video. It's been a little over 2 months at this point, so I've been enjoying a little time off while the yard is not growing nearly as quickly. We're actually not into dormancy just yet. Let me go ahead and give you a shot of the yard. So we have not hit freezing yet. So today was actually the first time I had mowed in a little, maybe about 2 weeks or so. It's actually still striping up pretty decently. It's not growing very fast, obviously, but it is growing, and it is for the most part still green. We do have a few places that are kind of slowly drifting into dormancy, but I just wanted to grab the camera today, kind of let y'all know that I am still alive, give y'all a little yard update and kind of a little tide me over until we can make it to the spring. What's up, guys? I'm Rhett. Welcome back to Lawn Insider. So that is basically all I wanted to do today, show y'all what has been going on in the lawn. And for the most part, the lawn is holding up really well, considering I'm not out here very much. Like I said, this is the first time I've mowed in probably a little over 2 weeks. I do have some weeds popping up, especially around the perimeter of the lawn, and that's always kind of the way, at least in my yard, that's always the way that it happens. Is if I do have weed pressure, it's usually along a fence line or along the house, and this is no different. Now, I did pull out the trimmer, so you'll see that these weeds are chopped up, but you can see that I do have some weed pressure along the edge of the yard. I have some dandelions and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy or too significant that I'm gonna worry about right now or put anything out for, but it is there. Before the season really gets kicked off, I'll probably pull as many of them as I can, and then as we progress into the spring and the weather warms up a little bit, then I can think about, if I needed to, putting out some herbicide to treat the stragglers. But here is the side yard. Now on the side yard, I'm not exactly sure what is going on, but I have these little almost dirt mounds popping up. They don't really look like worm castings. So if you have any kind of guess on what it might be, then you are more than welcome to kind of give me your diagnosis of the situation. But again, it's not anything that I'm really worried about. It's just I've noticed that there's a few places over here in the side yard with these little dirt mounds popping up. I'm not really exactly sure what it is. I haven't really spent too much time looking into it either, to be honest. Here we are in the backyard, and unfortunately we have the shadows have overtaken most of the yard already. Here is my Australian Shepherd Finn there. He wanted to get on the video today. But here is the part that we do have some sun. And you can see the backyard's also still looking pretty good. Now, again, the weed pressure that I do have is along the fence line, primarily along that fence line over there is where we're seeing the most weed pressure. And actually, let me just show you a part. Every year, my grass kind of recedes from this area when the temperature cools down and the sun's not as high in the sky and we don't have as many hours of daylight. I always have this area kind of gets really, really thin. And then once the temperatures heat back up and we get more sun, it fills back in. But overall, it's still looking good. Still not into dormancy. You do see some spots that are kind of, I guess, starting to lag behind a bit. Here is the little bit of weed pressure that I was referring to. Really, the only other thing that I feel like I needed to fill y'all in on was that I did make a repair on my irrigation system. At this point, it probably happened in November, if I had to guess. But this area right here, which leads to a sprinkler head in the corner of my lawn, I noticed that it was pooling water one day after I had run the sprinklers. Did a little digging and saw that I had a leak in the irrigation right here. And I actually took it to Lowe's. The guy I talked to at Lowe's in the irrigation section told me that he could tell that it had snapped from the ground shifting, and which completely made sense to me, because if you remember, I had like 2-foot deep gaps over here on the side of my yard in the summertime because we had a really bad drought. Anyway, I had to fix the irrigation over here in the corner. So I will have to be doing a leveling job, at least a spot leveling in this corner once we start getting some warmer temperatures. And that's really about it. I just wanted to grab the camera and, like I said, just let y'all know that I am still here, still kicking it. Just I was taking a little time to relax, and probably won't be coming out with too many videos here very soon because, again, the yard, if anything, it's probably going to go into dormancy before it really comes back out of dormancy here in maybe a couple of months or so. One thing you can be doing this time of year, if you are interested in doing something like this, especially because you haven't put anything out in your lawn probably in a few months at this point, is a soil test. I actually will not be doing one this year. I'm going to skip it this year. But if you are interested in doing a soil test, this would be the time of year to go ahead and try to do that. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave it a like. If you're enjoying the content and you want to continue to see more of it and you want to follow us into this 2024 lawn season, hit the subscribe button below. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave those in the comment section below. I'll see y'all again soon. Lawn Insider out.